If you have this problem with a bad boy mower, I have the solution for you. About 3 months ago, I bought a brand new bad boy 42-inch mower. I was really excited because it was my first brand new mower that I bought for the business that was commercially designed. A really sturdy deck and pretty cool looking and so far and so on. Well, as soon as I put it to work, I started having issues. The issues that I was having is that it was leaving two trails of uncut grass as soon as the grass was a little bit too tall. So I returned the first one, which was a 554cc model, and I got a 725cc model. About 26 horsepower, I think. Anyway, I still had the same issue. Trails of uncut grass right down the middle. So in this video, I'm going to show you what the problem is and how I fix it. If you search the internet, you will find that you're not the only one having the same issue. And everybody will tell you that you need to sharpen your blades, and that's the reason why you're having issues, or that your blade is upside down, or that your tires are not properly inflated, or that the deck is not level. Well, my mower was brand new, had sharp blades, and didn't have any of those issues, and it was still leaving trails of uncut grass. So I started thinking about what are the physics behind cutting grass. And at the end, if your blade is not spinning fast enough, you're not gonna get a good cut. So that's why I concluded that was the issue. Right here you see two blades. One is a 20-inch blade from a Gravely mower, which cuts magnificent. And the next one is the 14-inch blade from the Bad Boy 42 deck model. The Bad Boy has a 14-inch 14-inch blade. And in the next couple pictures, I'm gonna show you the mathematics of the blade speed. On the Bad Boy 42-inch deck, this is the current design. You have a PTO clutch with a pulley of 6 1/8 inches, and you have a spindle pulley of 5 inches. If you apply the mathematic formula for circumference, that gives you a circumference of 19.24 inches at the PTO pulley and 15.7 at the spindle pulley, which in turns give you a ratio of 1.225. Then we have the circumference of what the blade rotational circle would be, which is 43.98 inches. So if we take the RPM, which the engine is rated for 3600 RPM, in this case we'll use 3000. So 3000 times the ratio times the circumference of the blade, the 14-inch blade, gives you a speed at the tip of the blade of 224.5 feet per second. Now, if we take the same formulas and we apply it to a Gravely 60-inch deck, we get a result, the final result, it's a speed at the tip of the blade of 229.07 feet per second. Which it doesn't sound like too much, but think about it. Every second, this blade in a Gravely travels 5 feet more than the one in the Bad Boy. So what I decided to do was to replace the PTO clutch with one with a bigger pulley. For that, I picked a 7.3 pulley, which at the end, after applying the same formulas as before, will give me a blade speed at the tip of the blade of 267 feet per second. So in order to change the PTO clutch, I had to replace the drive pulley because it was too thick and it didn't allow the new PTO clutch to fit all the way up into the shaft. So as you can see, there's a brand new clutch and a brand new drive pulley. Additionally, I had to put some washers there to be able to push the new PTO clutch all the way up. And besides that, I had to readjust the position of that spring right there because it was touching the drive belt and the deck belt. So I drill a hole above it right there and I moved the position of the spring. On the other side, where there's a piece of metal that stops the PTO clutch from turning, and that I had to drill another hole to change the position of that piece of metal to keep the PTO clutch from turning. So in order to test our mods, we decided to go mow a yard that was overgrown, which usually will give us issues with having to pass 2-3 times through the same spot. And as you can see, it's mowing a lot better than before. We still had 1 or 2 blades of grass sticking up, but nothing crazy like it used to. I mean, we had an increase of 19% on the speed of the blades. So that I think is a significant increase compared to what we had before. So there you go. That is my solution to the bad boy trails of grass uncut problem. Thank you for watching.